I've wanted to be a designer since I was 7 years old. I loved clothes. I always dreamt about runways, but I didn't have that opportunity. Our family was very poor. So I made a couple outfits for myself, never to, allow it. And I really wasn't a very good sewer at all. It sparked my creativity with all types of, fashion. And the rest kind of is history. I'm Onyii Brown, and I'm a fashion designer here in Houston, Texas. When I went into college, I actually was in robotic engineering. And I remember clearly being in a lab studying C++ programming and literally spending hours trying to get the robot to move its arm to the right and to the left. And I remember sitting in there and I was so depressed. I was like, this cannot be my life. And I quit. I said, there's no way that I'm going to continue doing this. And I decided to go into marketing. And marketing allowed me to do whatever I wanted to for whoever I wanted to. And so that's what I had the opportunity to get my degree in marketing. I got married. We lived in Austin, and our ministry that we were involved with came to Houston. And so we decided to take the leap and come live here in Houston. And he lost his job. I just had my son, a newborn at the time. I remember laying in bed wondering, what are we going to do? I remembered that my girlfriend left her sewing machine in my garage. I ran to the garage. I pulled out the sewing machine. I remembered I had fabric that I had not used in years from my last trip to Nigeria. I pulled it out and I went to the kitchen table and I made a wrap skirt. I just made it. I started taking pictures of the wrap skirts that I made, and I opened up an Etsy store and it just started growing. My brand is For the World Traveled Woman. And so I look for fabrics that go in line with the trends, but without being over trendy. My feedback has been amazing. I've gotten support. I get orders from all around the world. It's now about growing up the business and working with more partnerships and, establishing more global relationships. And it's amazing how Houston has been able to be that place for me. It's not New York, it's not LA, it's actually here in Houston. The community was able to help build my business, and I don't think that I would be able to do that anywhere else. It was very surreal for me when I was watching my clothes that I made by my hands coming down a runway. It's just like, wow, like that, all the hard work is like being noticed globally, and it's so huge that a dream could just flourish like that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Sometimes you just have to be squeezed to the point where it has to come out. You have to do something if you want to make something happen. One step leads to another. If you're gonna do it with all your might.